Hey folks, Marty Nowicki, Impact Snap. We're here with Lana today. We're gonna do some speed work. So, because Lana or everyone really wants to hit their driver a lot farther. So one of the first things I try and work on with speed, I've got a very lightweight dowel. I just put a little grip tape on the end or some form of tape so it wouldn't go flying out of Lana's hand. She's gonna start with the letter L directly in front of her, so just lift it to waist high, push your arms long. Good. Then we're gonna make a turn back, turn forward. We're gonna try and create some form of speed without hitting the ground. Perfect. Do that again, please. Good. The faster, watch our other videos, because the faster I can get Lana to turn, the louder that swoosh is going to be. Basically, for every mile per hour I can get your sternum or chest to turn with a driver, that'll be 10 miles an hour out where the club head is. So we're going to do that one or two more times, and we're going to start putting in some heavier. Perfect. So now I'm going to, and you do not need to use speed sticks. I just happen to have them, so we are going to use some. With this, post-impact, okay, so go ahead and take your grip. Post-impact, left hand only. Once we get the stick out to here, I want Lana to make a giant clockwise circle using just her wrist to do that. So do the first one a little bit slow. Good, and go right into a circle. Do it again. We're going to incrementally add some speed. Good. Do it a little faster now. Beautiful. Now two hands on it. And when you're doing this, I want you to have the sensation that you're throwing the club out to the right. I'm talking figuratively, not literally. So now Lana can put two hands on it. You can grip a little higher on that. Good, keep it off the ground. Pretend you're gonna throw it out to the right. Perfect, we're going right into your clockwise circle. Let's do that again. Good, for the next one, Lana's feet are gonna be together. Once the stick gets back to about waist high, Lana's instructions are gonna be to step, turn, throw it out to the right, figuratively speaking. Perfect, do that again. So once it crosses about waist high, the step will happen. Beautiful. That gets momentum going forward first, so the step gets the pressure left, but then the turn is going to push the pressure back around. That's going to help you to turn faster. Feet together for this. And then incrementally, I'm going to add heavier and heavier sticks in Lana's program today. That's a heavier stick, so we're not expecting to hear as much swoosh. She skipped her workout this morning, so I told her she'd be breathing a little heavier here. Do one more with that, and then we're gonna add. Perfect, now we're gonna use an orange whip. And what I did with the orange whip is I actually put a training grip on that. No step required, we're just gonna take 5 continuous swings, back, forth, clockwise circle post-impact. People ask about the clockwise circle, and I learned this from a friend of mine, Mike Bender, down in Orlando. Cease fire for a second. So a few things that the clockwise circle is doing. Number one is it's getting the forearms to learn how to rotate. Number two, it's getting the club to swing out to the right longer. So in addition to wanting to throw the club out to the right, once I get the club out there, I go into my clockwise circle. In most of, or all my other videos, we talk about the importance of the radius. Well, if I can keep the club working away from me, that's going to lengthen my radius, or the distance from my left shoulder to the end of the club. So the longer I can get that, odds are the better and more consistent of a golfer I am, and the farther I'm going to be able to hit it. So, and then the last thing, not only does it get the forearms to rotate, it keeps the club swinging away from me, it keeps the radius longer, you can now start to hear, or you've been hearing that swoosh right down at the bottom. So I'm going to swing a couple more. Beautiful. Again. Perfect. Now I'm just going to hand Lana an 8-iron. Again, this club happens to have a form grip. And we're just going to get her to tilt a little to the side. Take a rehearsal swing, feel the ground a little bit. Turn. Beautiful. Left arm is going to reach back a little more at an angle. Shoulder's going to be down. Turn and good. Can you do one where you stop right after impact? Take a rehearsal. And just like our pitching, stop right after impact. So we're going to do about a 3/4 speed or 2/3 speed swing, ball position forward, a little tilt. Lana's instructions are she's going to stop right after she hits it. Her shoulder's going to be down. Beautiful sound. You can hear how compressed that ball was. Shoulder down, lean left, tilt left. Beautiful. So a couple terms that I keep throwing around, if you keep hearing me, is tilt left, lean left. So if I tilt to the left, that's tilting. Well, if I tilt to the left and I turn, well, now I've got an angle for the ground. So ultimately that allows my arms to swing right across my chest, or my left arm is on plane with my shoulders. It's actually one of the easiest ways to hit a golf ball, or to learn how to hit a golf ball. We never want to rely on your arms doing the work. Let's do it again. Shoulder down, arms around. What a compressed sound. So I'm sure this video helped. We gave you some ideas that will A, increase some speed, B, when you're practicing, how to incorporate some of that speed into your practice. You've got to be able to do it without a ball first, and then, once we get the ball there, I honestly don't care where the ball goes. Thinking of how I try and train my players, we get their wedges going, 10 yards, 20 yards, 40 yards, 60 yards first. Then we get them to hit it as far as possible, or we get them swinging sticks as fast as possible without a ball. Then we try and get a ball in the way of that. Even if a golf ball, even if we're mishitting them, I'll use a beach ball or some form of play ball that's big enough so that people can get the idea of swinging fast and impacting something. Next progression for Lana, as we progress, we're going to talk about curved balls, both curves to the right and to the left. And then when we start talking about trajectories, how to hit a high ball versus a medium trajectory versus a low trajectory shot. Normally by the time we get to that stage in someone's development, they're shooting in the mid to high 70s or even lower. So just progression wise, if we're not really good at the basic pitching, chipping, try and get really good at that, then work on speed, then we work on curved balls, then we work on trajectories. For Impact Snap, I'm Marty Nowicki. Please leave your comments down below, hit the like and subscribe button, and we look forward to seeing you soon.